Oppo's Reno 4 Pro 5G has just been announced as a little upgrade from the regular Oppo Reno 4 Pro. It adds a handful of improvements and creates a weird but interesting value proposition at £699 in the UK. In this hands-on content, we'll be taking a look at the phone and unboxing the product, but we won't be going into the review. Stay tuned for that coming up later. But before we get to the meat and the gravy, we first need to get it out of the box. You'll find this included case, SIM tool and literature right at the top of the box. Below that is the device itself. We have the 12 by 256GB model in space black. Below that is a 65-watt charging brick and cable with green accents. A nice surprise at the bottom is a set of USB earphones, as the device doesn't have a headphone port. So how about the specs? Well, the device is powered by a Snapdragon 765G with 8 or 12GB of RAM and 128 or 256GB of storage. That's promising. Also included are a 6.5-inch Full HD 90Hz AMOLED display, a 4000 mAh battery, and 4 total cameras, with 3 of those being on the back. For a mid-range device, this is a pretty well padded out spec sheet. For its £699 retail price, however, it's setting itself some pretty big goals. Straight off the bat, you'll notice just how slim and sleek the phone feels and looks. In this space black colour, there's an oil slick effect over the top of a pattern underneath Gorilla Glass 5 on the back. The glossy metal rails are surprisingly grippy, though seem to pick up fingerprints quite easily. The Gorilla Glass 5 screen has fairly thin bezels and a punch hole on the top left. Overall, it looks and feels pretty good, more in line with a flagship though than a mid-ranger. The real kicker is the haptic feeling, because it's not very good. The phone cost near enough £700, and the Pocophone, which cost £250, had far better haptics than this, which is a shame. The in-display fingerprint scanner seems relatively responsive in my short time with it too. Strangely, Oppo has decided to include curved edges to the glass, which is something that we've seen to start being fizzled out. They help make the gestures like swiping in from the side to go back feel smoother, and they certainly aid in making the phone feel sleeker, but whether you like curved or flat edges is down to personal preference. The display, just like that found in the standard Reno 4 Pro, looks great. Out of the box, it's in adaptive refresh rate mode, and you have to go into the settings to force it to either do 60 or 90, or you could leave it in adaptive if you want, though I've been using it in the 90Hz mode and it feels very responsive and quick. ColorOS 7.2 takes a rather different approach to what stock Android offers. The aesthetic theme is bubbly and friendly, with a few customization options once you've set the device up. It feels quick and fluid, but we'll just have to see how long that lasts over the review period. The Reno 4 Pro 5G comes with a 65-watt charger in the box to top up its fairly sizable 4000 mAh battery. Unfortunately, the device doesn't come with wireless charging, which is a shame given the price point and the fact it does have a glass back, but we'll run out our full battery test including charging tests to see if that wired charger is up to scratch. The cameras are interesting. There are 4 in total, down from 5 found on the standard variant, and there's more focus on the hardware quality this time around. The selfie camera has stayed the same, but the ultra-wide and telephoto cameras have enjoyed a significant jump in resolution and in sensor size from the regular Reno 4 Pro. From the few samples that I've taken so far, there's not much sharpness, detail and dynamic range, but there's plenty of colour and it seems to expose well. We'll see just how the camera package does when thrown into different lighting scenarios and environments for the full review. Overall, the Oppo Reno 4 Pro 5G seems like a pretty interesting device that focuses on the way it looks, the way it feels, and less about the internal specifications. Not to say that the Snapdragon 765G is not a good processor, but at this price you would expect something like an 865. As I've said before, we'll run our full testing on everything and really get some more hands-on time with the device to give you our full review, so stay tuned for that, it's coming up later. Stay tuned to this YouTube channel by hitting subscribe and follow us over at androidauthority.com and our social medias, which we'll leave in the video description. Thank you all so much for watching. I've been Ryan Thomas with Android Authority, and I'll catch you later.